What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the 3-year challenge. This is episode 3 of our first series of this save. So far, it's been going really well. The support has been phenomenal. The first episode just seemed to really hit with you guys. It got a lot of views. I guess it's something different, and it's definitely something we're going to pursue on the channel, doing various challenges and experiments, and just bringing you as much Football Manager content as possible. I've really been enjoying it, and it's been nice. As much as I love Halstead, it's been nice to kind of divert from that and have a go at something different. And believe me, it has been a challenge. Now, we will start off with the results because there aren't many to talk about. This episode's going to be a little bit different. No match play, I warn you now. No match play in today's episode. We're going to be focused solely on the transfers that have been happening so far, updates with the squad, and we're going to be going through Deadline Day live. Also, you may be wondering, why am I wearing headphones? You don't usually see this from me unless I'm streaming. That's because I've got a very special guest on today's episode. One of my buddies. He's been following me for a long time. Not in a stalkerish way. He's one of my Twitch/YouTube followers. And now we've become pretty good friends over the last few years. So his name is Seth, and he will be joining us in a little while on the episode just to talk through what he's doing in the 3-year challenge, because he is giving this a go as well. The only difference is he is playing on Football Manager 23, so there will be a slight difference, but nothing too crazy. Like I said at the start of this series, you could do this on any version of Football Manager. I don't mind. Just give it a go. So yeah, let's have a look at the results so far. Now, obviously, in the last game, we beat Braunschweig in the league. 3-2, lots of goals. We then lost to Leipzig 3-0 in the cup, to be expected, although still a little bit disappointing. We then played Kaiserslautern away from home, a 1-1 draw via Nemeth. Andres Nemeth got a goal. It's actually Guilherme Ramos' own goal that gave them the equaliser, which is a bit annoying. However, we then went and got a big 3-0 win at home. This was after the winter break, actually. Yeah, there's a winter break in Germany if you haven't managed there before, or you're not sure, which is quite handy. It allows you just to reset and really kind of play around with your training and your tactics and see. I mean, for us, we had a bit of a reset. I kind of went through the first 11 again and kind of dropped players back in that are the most suited to those roles, and it worked in the first game, a 3-0 win. However, we then lost 1-0 away to Hanover. We had the chance to equalise in the final minute of the game with a penalty. It was Farai. He missed. That's 2 penalties in a row. Safe to say he has been taken off penalty duties, and we have a new penalty taker, which we'll get on to shortly. Now, in terms of the league, we're currently sitting in 7th, which doesn't make for great reading. However, when you look at the table in a little bit more depth, you'll see that it's actually quite close. First place at Dusseldorf, which is surprising. They're on 37 points, only 7 points ahead of us. So it's very tight at the top. Schalke in 3rd place in that playoff are only 5 points ahead of us. So we're in a position where, if we have a good January transfer window and kind of turn around our fortunes a little bit, we might start picking up points here and there, and we could definitely creep back into that top 3. It's going to take quite an effort, though. And as I alluded to earlier, we've had a few issues to deal with. I'll bring you to the dynamic screen. And as you can see, there are a number of players dissatisfied, concerned, and content in the squad. I tell you now, I have never ever managed a team on Football Manager. In all my years playing Football Manager, I don't think I've ever managed a team as miserable as this lot. My goodness. Every other day, I've had people coming to me saying, I don't like this training. I want a new contract. Some of these kids are like 16, 17 years old, demanding new deals. Now, some of them we've gone, yeah, fine, you've got a bit of potential. But let's face it, if a 16-year-old is coming to me wanting a crazy deal, realistically, we've had 3 years at this club. We're not going to use him. Unless he's Lionel Messi's regen, which he's not. So, yeah, we've definitely upset the apple cart, so to speak. And despite that, the dressing room atmosphere is still very good for now. Team cohesion is kind of there. potentially need to work with that in training, maybe a few team bonding sessions. The managerial support isn't there at the moment, but I'm hoping, again, with a couple of fresh faces in the squad and some tactical tweaks, we'll start churning out the results, and that managerial support should go up. So let's have a look at transfers. Now, as always, we'll start with the outs. I've just realised I am completely blocking the transfers. Uno momento. Boom. That's a lot better. So, as you can see, a lot of loans have gone out, which is just something we can do. Now, we are getting some money for some of these, a couple of loan fees, 10k there, 5k, 2k. The only player we've actually physically sold is this one, and it may come as a bit of a shock because he is the club captain. Sebastian Schonlau has left the club. Just wasn't playing. He was injured at the start of the season for us, and he only made 4 starts after that in the league. And the players that we have had, Ramos and the long name I can never pronounce, they've just been really good. So there's no point keeping him. He was on a high salary and he was worth a fair bit. We got an offer of 2.7 million. So we've actually made 2.7 million profit for HSV, which I perceive as a huge win. And it kind of helped with our finances, which were kind of struggling a little bit. You'll see here, we do have money now to kind of tinker around with, but we were well under our wage budget. I think we were minus 16,000 at one point, so it had to change, which means we had to let somebody go. And I think he was probably the ideal candidate to let go. Now, as you know, there were a couple of positions that I was looking at strengthening in January, a striker being one of them. And we found this guy, Ricardo Pepi. He is from Stuttgart. No, sorry, PSV. He is from PSV. They signed him from Augsburg for 8.25 million. He started off in Dallas, went to Augsburg, then ended up at PSV. And now he's with us on loan until the end of the season. 21 years of age, American player. He's got 17 under 20 caps. And as you can see by his star rating, which I try not to follow too religiously, he looks very decent. 15 heading, 14 finishing for a striker is always lovely to see, especially at this age. But the thing that kind of really sucked me in was his pace, which is something that our current striker doesn't really possess. His acceleration is good, agility and pace is all great, and he's got that jumping reach. So for me, he's just an upgrade on what we've got, and I imagine he'll be starting most of our games, which will no doubt annoy our current striker, but he's just going to have to get on with it. He's not scored yet. 2 games in, a 6.65 rating. Let's give him time. Our second signing of the window, and another position you know I wanted to strengthen. It was the goalkeeper position. We've gone and bought Marek Rodak from Fulham. He wasn't really doing anything at Fulham. Very, very good goalkeeper. Again, I wanted something. I wanted someone who had better aerial reach and better throwing stats, and that's what we've gone and done. He will be our starting goalkeeper for now. Fernandez will have to take a back seat. Now, Fernandez was injured as well, so we can kind of get away with it. And the other backup keepers we've got in the squad are shocking, I tell you now. He didn't play anything for Fulham. Hasn't played... didn't play at all last season, really. 2 appearances. I think since Leno came in, he's just been pushed out the side, which is fine. It's fine for us. He's been at Fulham his whole career, so I'm learning as we go through this. He's been at Fulham his whole career, just going out on loan to a few sides. But I think he looks like a really good goalkeeper. He should really be it now. Even in the Bundesliga, you can see there it says he's a decent Bundesliga player. He really should be it. We shouldn't need to buy another goalkeeper in this series. Now, one more transfer that isn't quite a done deal yet, but it looks like it will be, is 26-year-old Austrian left-back Emir Karic. Just a position I think we do need to strengthen. We're not struggling in that area, but we've only got 2 players at the club that can play left-back, and one of them is a centre-back, and he's not great at playing left-back. Again, I wanted someone with a little bit of pace about them, and this guy has it. I wanted someone with some leadership, which, yeah, he's got 6. It's not great. But I was really looking at aggression as well, because I did the whole compare stats thing with other teams in the league. And actually, our aggression is one of the lowest in the league. So it's never a bad thing to have a couple of players, a couple of Roy Keanes in your side, I should say. And hopefully we can get that deal done and over the line. It is deadline day. This is going to be a live episode for deadline day as I take you through. There might be a couple of outgoings. Maybe there'll be an incoming one or two. Right then, before we get into deadline day and into the core of this episode, we're going to go ahead and check in with Mr. Seth and see just how his save is going. He's at a similar time as me. I think he's in January himself. So let's see if he's there. Testing, 1, 2. Mr. Seth?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
He is there indeed. Okay, hello Seth, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. Bit under the weather, but we'll get there. Right, I've just kind of told everyone that you are in a similar position to me in terms of the calendar. You're in January as well, I believe. Well into the transfer window. Let's start off with tactics, and I'll kind of pull mine up on the screen as well, so the people watching can kind of compare. What tactic did you go for? What formation?
4-2-3-1.
Okay, very Manchester United tactic. I like it. Is it as go on?
I went for a controlled possession.
Okay.
Because that's what the assistant manager requested. Well,
recommended. So listening to your staff. Very good.
Yeah. Yep. I've tweaked it a bit.
Okay.
The first 2 games of the season I lost.
Right. All right. First 2 games of the season you lost. Okay. Who did you have first 2 games?
I'll have to check. I think it was Hanover. I'll be wrong.
I'll tell you.
No.
That's freaky if you got Hanover as well. Who was it?
No. I can't pronounce them.
Go on. Give it a go.
They start with a breed. They start like Braunschweig, something like that, and then Hansen. Stock.
Braunschweig.
That one.
That's the one. Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
Okay.
1-0 away.
Okay. How have results been since then?
It's been good. August, I got all wins, which was nice.
Okay.
September, all wins.
Wow. All right.
And then October, I got 2 losses.
Ooh. See, October was a good month to me. I went unbeaten in October. Played 4 games, 3 wins and a draw.
2 losses in October.
Okay.
2 draws and 1 win in the league and 1 win in the cup against Hertha Berlin.
Okay. Are you still in the cup at this moment in time? Who knocked you out?
By Leverkusen.
By Leverkusen. Okay, I got knocked out by Leipzig. All right, so none of us are going to be getting bonus points for that cup. That makes me feel a little bit better. Okay. Okay, so January transfer window is the first time in the challenge that we're allowed to bring in players. Have you got anyone in mind? Anyone on your radar?
So far brought in someone from Bayern Munich.
Okay. It was that youngster you were telling me about?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It's just him so far.
Let me see if I can just find them. You know, what's his name? Have you got it to hand?
Lovro. Can't pronounce his surname.
Lovro.
He's Croatian.
He's Croatian.
He's versatile. He can play.
Lovro. Oh, I've got him. Lovro Zvonarek.
That's the one.
Yep. See, I'm obviously Croatian. Looks like a good player. I'm looking at him now on my screen. My scouting staff have had a brief look at him, and he does look like somebody who could maybe be of use. Maybe next season for me. I will sort of keep half an eye on him. I'm going to stick him on my shortlist actually while we're talking about this. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, currently. But he's not really good. He's mainly for a couple of years down the line, hopefully.
Right.
He's a left back. He can play centre back too and hold in midfield.
What's his name?
He's from the Netherlands. He's called Jorel Hato.
How do I spell that?
Jorrel.
Yep.
And then Hato. It's Hato.
Jorel Hato. I don't have a Juro Hato on my game. That's interesting. All right, well, and he's young, is he?
Yeah, he's 16.
Oof, I tell you what, that's a gamble in this series. 3 years. You think he's going to be good enough?
Well, looking at wing back defend, he looks decent.
Hmm.
But on his reports, he can be a really, really good player.
Okay.
He can get up to 5 stars.
What's his personality like? Is he determined, professional, balanced?
His personality is fairly determined.
Okay, that's good. All right, so yeah, he might be of use. Okay, so I don't know if I asked you this. Where are you in the league? What position are you right now?
I am currently 4th.
And how many points are you
third.
on?
I'm just third. I'm just won a game. 32 points.
32 points. So you're actually beating me at the moment. How many games played have you got? Are you on 19?
I've played 18.
Ooh, so you're 2 points ahead of me, and you have a game in hand. Well, I hate you. Okay,
No
awesome.
games.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck with the rest of the season. We might check in again at some point later in the season if I happen to be recording an episode while you're online. But either way, same as everyone else, just drop any updates in the comments on the video, and yeah, we'll keep up to date on the Discord as well, I'm sure. But yeah, I wish you not the best of luck, a little bit of luck, not too much.
Cheers.
With the rest of it. Okay, transfer deadline day. It was lovely to check in with Seth. Thank you very much, Seth. If you want to see me bring in more sort of guests onto the videos in the future, maybe it's just to talk about football. I'd love to do that kind of thing. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see more people on the channel chatting about Football Manager, chatting about in real life football events and results and stuff like that? Let me know. Right, deadline day. Now, we've got a couple of people we are looking to sell. This includes, and is not limited to, Matteo Rab. Trying to get rid of him. He is just useless. Sorry, Matteo, if you're watching the series. And we're trying to get rid of Levin Oz Tonali. Just does not have a place in our squad. Not good enough. He played 13 games, yet to score, yet to assist. Not really what I'm looking for. So, and again, it will help with the finances. So we're looking to get those two out on deadline day. I'm not necessarily looking to bring anyone in, aside from getting that left back deal over the line, which I hope we do. But yeah, if anything changes in between, of course, I'll let you know. This is another one we are going to try and sell. Marco Johansson, he's just come back from a loan spell at another club. He's supposed to be leaving on a free transfer. We'll try and sell him. It might be quite difficult. I'm going to price him at 425, the very bottom of his transfer value, and see if anything comes of that. Right, we have managed to get that deal over the line. Emir Karic becomes a Hamburg player. Just an upfront fee of 81,000, which could eventually rise to 110,000. But a very good signing. He brings experience to the side. Exactly what we need if we are looking to get promoted this season, which, of course, we are. There's been absolutely zero interest in these players. So I'm going to offer them out again. Oz Tonali, we're going to drop... I can't even offer him out. Do we drop his price? I think we lower the asking price, to be honest. I'm going to drop this to 375,000. And then also for Rob, honestly, going to be asking for like a box of chocolates for this one in a minute. He's already down to 95k. Let's just drop that to 50,000, shall we? Come on, surely someone wants to snap him up for £50,000. Let's see. Right, we're going to continue to advance through this deadline day. I had a brief look at some central defensive midfielders, see if there's anyone worth signing on loan. Doesn't look likely. We just don't have the money at the moment. We've got to kind of wait and see if these couple of squad players, eventually do go out. But with 8 hours left, it's not looking likely. Agent offers Anyone pops up to us? No. Oh dear. Tell you what, it's not looking good. Trying to get rid of 3 different players. Rob again. Trying to hire an intermediary to sell. I've never done this. Hire an intermediary to sell the player. I mean, it would free up so much money. He's on 7.5k a week. That's quite a lot, actually, for someone not playing. Is it worth hiring an intermediary to sell him? I mean, we're running out of options, aren't we? Let's try it. I've not tried this yet. Oh, brilliant. There's no interest. Okay, well. Okay, then. How do they find out? I don't understand. Let's try Ostonali. Surely there is some interest in Ostonali. Oh, there's nothing. He's on 12.5 grand a week. Okay. There is interest in the player, but no interested clubs can present a valid bid for him right now. A deadline of 30 days will be set for clubs to make offers. No, we need to sell him today. Ideally, today. Okay, let's go to plan B. Let's try and offer him for loan. Available for loan. Let's see, I want his wage covered, ideally. Oh, what's it doing? Why is it doing that? Alright, let's try that again. Available for loan. I want his wage covered. Confirm. Okay, he's listed for loan. Let's do the same with Rob. And then maybe we could look to get them off the books permanently in the summer. Loan status. Available for loan. Playing wage percentage, 100%. Cover it, please. Confirm. There's absolutely zero interest in him. 8 hours left of deadline day. Can we get them out? It's a race against time. I forgot about my other keeper. For goodness sake. Now, I'm a bit worried. The recording, if it's a little bit funny, for some reason it keeps telling me that the encoding is overloading. I don't think it is. It's just lying to me. Ah, here. No offers for Johansson. I hate answering all the bloody questions. Marco Johansson, no interest in him at all. Is that correct? Oh, come on, game. No interest in him at all for transfer. So let's make him available for loan. We'll do the same thing. Maybe. Well, we can offer him out, actually. Right, 7 hours left. Still a race against time to get rid of these players. I must say, it's looking very, very unlikely that we are going to be able to get rid of these players. 3 players, just nobody is interested in signing them. Well, I can tell you now, they will not be playing unless absolutely necessary. And that is it. The transfer deadline has passed. The top transfer window deal has gone to us. The goalkeeper, Marek Rodak, 550,000. I think that's a really good deal. Just seeing Jerome Boateng has gone to Nuremberg. Unreal. On a free transfer as well. We were the biggest spenders of the window. We had the most players go out. A lot of them were loans. Yeah, I think we've had a good window. I think, personally. I think we've had a good window. We strengthened the 3 positions that we needed to, big time. We haven't panicked with our signings. And the players that we bought in are quality. So, I'm looking forward to cracking on now with this save and getting through to sort of April. We'll catch up again at the end of April. And then we'll have one final episode where we have a season review of the first season. We tally up all our points before we head into season 2. If you have enjoyed today's episode, again, we've had a special guest, transfer deadline day. It's been jam-packed with stuff. We're on 30 points. I hope your save is going as well as mine. I'm not going to say better because I want to win. All right, I'm very competitive, but I hope your save is going well and you're enjoying the series. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.